खाना नहीं मिला सही टाइम पे उसको I can only talk from my experiences and tell you. Welcome back to the next session and thank you so much for being there.
Good afternoon, ma'am, once again.
Once again, good afternoon. You all make my afternoon wonderful. Thank you so much. You really participate so well, all of you, that it becomes enjoyable with you all. You know, I really enjoy. The work becomes easier. You know, the study becomes more comfortable. And I really love the way that you people participate and collaborate and we all enjoy together. All right, so shall we hear more about Antonio and what all happened? Let's hear about the...
Yes, ma'am.
What is the adjective he has, Prospero has used for his own brother? Which kind of a brother is he?
Perfidious.
Perfidious. He says, so you want to hear about perfidious Antonio more? What happened? How he was the Duke and how he came on this island. This is a missing link. So he will be telling us about what happened. So that's what Miranda and all of us are waiting to hear. Please lead us on.
And to him put the manage of my state.
So we'll take up small points here. He says, I loved my brother like you. Just it says, whom next thyself. Next to thyself I loved. That means I loved him as much as I love you. Then he tells us something more. He says, I had put the manage of my state. I had put the management, the taking care of Milan into the hands of Antonio. He says, I thought Antonio is wonderful. He's my brother. And he says, I told Antonio that you look after Milan. I am the Duke. I am the Duke. The Duke was Prospero, but he said, He says, I put the manage of the state. State here is Milan. I put the whole management, administration, taking care of Milan, ruling Milan, all in the hands of Antonio. But who was the Duke?
Prospero.
Prospero.
Prosper.
Prospero remained the Duke. But it's like a substitute teacher. It's like a substitute teacher.
The power is in Antonio's hand.
But everyday power was in Antonio's hand, but the name, the title was of Prospero.
Prospero.
Right.
Prospero. As at that time, through all the seniorities, it was the first.
Okay, so he's telling us another information. He says, at that time, so many years back, more than 12 years back. What is it at that time? That time means more than 12 years back, through all the signories, through all the signories, through all the different states, Milan, Rome, Venice, like we have in India, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, we call them states. We call them states. है ना? India has states. Similarly, Italy has signories or states. And he says that in entire Italy, in all the signories, in all the states, Milan was at the top. Milan was at the top. Milan was the best because I was the Duke. Duke is like chief minister. Duke is like, we have a king. India is democratic, so we have a prime minister, and every state is there, and every state has a chief minister. They look after their state. Now in Italy, there was a king. We have already met him. What was the name of the king? Shiparte? Look back, no problem. You can open the book. It's an open book test.
King Alonso.
Alonso.
Alonso. You remember we met him, King Alonso? He just spoke one line
Yes, ma'am.
and play the man.
Yes, ma'am.
And Bosun said that, I pray you go below. And he listened and he went down and he never came up again. You remember? And he had a son also.
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm. What was the name of the son?
Ferdinand.
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 And who else was there on the show?
Antonio.
Gonzalo.
Antonio.
And yes, Kushi Gaur.
Sebastian.
Antonio.
Antonio. Hello. You have already met Antonio.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you remember him very well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I think you can't forget easily Antonio. Why won't you forget Antonio from scene one? Because he's such a
And
good
because he
man.
was the most agitated personality.
Oh, I think he was the most.
on the
He
show.
was such a wonderful person. No? So peaceful, so loving, so caring.
Oh, ma'am. He's not
No, ma'am, not
peaceful.
at
You
all.
mean I'm wrong? I'm wrong in my characterization of Antonio?
Yes, ma'am.
You should have
Yes,
said,
ma'am.
ma'am, give us one line to prove what you're saying. And then everyone said, yeah, no line to prove that he is good. Yes, my dear children, you're very right. That's why you remember I was talking about characters there in so much of detail.
Yes, ma'am.
Miranda has
Yes,
no idea about his Chacha Jan. He has no idea about the Chacha Ji. But you and I have. Oh, Prospero, is your brother the same Antonio? Oh, you mean to say that Antonio, whom we met on the in the ship? Oh,
Yes, ma'am.
hmm. You said your brother is perfidious. Do we agree?
Yes, ma'am. We
Yes,
agree.
ma'am.
Already? Already? अभी तो उसे बोला अभी तो बताया भी नहीं प्रॉस्पेरो ने क्या हुआ and you say you agree that he is perfidious? Why?
Yes, ma'am.
Why? Why?
Ma'am, the
Why?
way he
Why do
talks.
I? Okay. So, in other words, the way you talk, the way you behave tells about your character.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
Prospero has just said that his brother is Antonio, and we said, same Antonio. And he says, my brother was perfidious. And we say, oh yes, we remember. And yes, Prospero, we agree with you. We agree because हम तो खुद मिलकर आ रहे हैं उनसे. Yes?
Oh, yeah.
Right. I think that's what you
Yes,
said.
ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, I agree. हम हमारी मुलाकात हो. We have already met him, and oh my God, we met him. We met him. Oh yeah. Oh wonderful. So he is the one who is your brother. My goodness me. Would you have the same reaction as I have? All this.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Exactly same.
Exactly same. So I'm trying to be you. I'm trying to enter your heart and your mind and trying to see if this is the way you people feel. Is this the way you people are also thinking? मेरा end up हुआ thing doesn't know. She was thinking मेरे चाचा कितने अच्छे होंगे ना. My father says he was perfect. ये चाचा लोग तो अच्छे होंगे. पता नहीं चलो स्टोरी सुनते हैं आगे. So Prospero says I used to love Antonio as much as Miranda.
Miranda.
Miranda. So I was trying to tell you the geography, the geography of not geography. That's wrong pronunciation. I was trying to talk about geographically, how it was that Alonso is the king, highest, and then different states were there, and we are discussing about which state in our story in our syllabus, Milan. Now,
Milan.
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 So, who was the chief minister? Who was the chief minister of Milan? Duke. Remember the word Duke. Who was the chief minister? Duke. Rightful Duke.
Prospero.
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 Now, Prospero did what? That he told Antonio, "You are my brother, so you look after. You be the deputy CM. You be the deputy Duke. You be the deputy chief minister, and you can look after the whole state of Milan." So and at that time, Milan used to be the best state, the best state because little pride. I used to be the duke because at that time, I was the duke, and I made sure that my class would be the best, something like that.
Yes, ma'am.
That the
Yes, ma'am.
that the projects of our class would be the best. And something like that. So you feel happy and proud. So he says that how is it the best? Because you people work hard. ऐसे ही हो जाएगा अभी से abracadabra and your projects become best? No. How? Because you worked hard.
Hard work.
Hard
Hard.
work.
Hard.
So why was Milan the best in all the states of Italy? Because Prospero used to work very hard. He was a wonderful duke, and therefore, you know, he will tell us just now. He was respected more than the king also because of his hard. Prospero says, my dear daughter, Milan best house था. इसलिए था because we used to work very hard in Milan. And he says, you know what, my daughter, कहना नहीं चाहिए, but the reality was that people did not respect the king also so much, who was hired. prime minister, as much they used to respect Prospero, just the duke. Let's see more.
And Prospero, the prime duke,
He was the prime duke, popular duke, the most popular duke. What dukes they? Duke of Rome, Duke of Milan, Duke of Venice, Duke of whatever different things are there. Many dukes. Who was the best duke? The award for the best duke goes out to one and only
goes to
Pros.
Pros-
Prospero.
Prospero, because he works very hard. Yes.
Very hard. Being so reputed in dignity
Go on.
and for the liberal arts.
Without a parallel. Little more pride coming in. But I think he deserves that pride because he's a hard worker. Let us see another information. You can number it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in your book. Number of things he's telling us so that when you write the answer, you don't miss out anything. Okay? Next thing, when I say the next thing, I don't know, you tell me which number thing he's telling us now. Prospero was reputed in dignity, he had a reputation of dignified. He was respected. He was dignified, stately, respectable person. Very much respected. And number one, he was dignified, he was respected by everyone. Even the king used to respect him such a lot. Number two, for the liberal arts. Another important quality Prospero says he had, he was a very good duke. That's why Milan was the best. It was the best in whole of Italy. Number two, he says Prospero was very good at liberal arts in magic. He used to learn magic and liberal arts and magic without a parallel. No parallel. There was nobody like him in magic. He had wonderful magic powers. He had learned magic, liberal art. It was a course. It was a subject, and he studied it. And he says, in two things, nobody could compete with Prospero. One, in being the duke,
Duke.
in being the best duke, looking after Milan. Number two, personal quality, being very good
Magic.
at
Liberal art.
Right. I'm glad now you're learning how to pick up the answer as liberal art. So
Liberal art.
number one, reputed, dignified duke. See, this is public responsibility. है ना? Personal, like you said, we like drawing. So he likes
Liberal arts.
liberal art and without a parallel. In both the things, there was no parallel, nobody like him. He was the best in both the things. This Prospero himself is telling us. Do you agree with any one of them?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Which
ma'am.
one? Which one?
Liberal arts.
Why?
Liberal arts.
Why?
Liberal arts.
Why liberal art?
Ma'am, because he created a storm.
He created a storm. ये भी हमने देख लिया है पहले. हाँ, how was he the duke? That we don't know. That though he's saying he was good, but let's see if he was good or not. We'll come to know. So we don't know about his public duty as a
Public.
duke. We don't know that. People will tell us, and we'll have to find out. But yes, when he says his magical arts were without parable, this we agree. Like for Antonio, we agreed, and this we agree that yes, हमने देखा है, बहुत देखा आपका, ऐसा लग रहा था असली तूफान है. वो असली नहीं था, हम तो बिल्कुल सोचते रहे. एक पूरा whole act 1 scene 1, we kept thinking it's a real storm. Till Miranda told us that no, it's not a real one. I know, Father, you have created it. Wow. What a natural storm he can create, all by art, liberal art. We are still here. Let's see what else is he telling us about himself.
Those being all my study,
Go on.
the garment I cast upon my brother.
But this is something very important coming up, Jim. Very important. He says, you know what, Miranda? I was the Duke. My Milan was doing very well. I had set everything. Everything was going on wonderfully well. I got a hobby. I got interested in magic. And then I wanted to study magic more. Maza aa raha tha. So I thought my Milan is doing well. So maybe I can take little time off and study more of liberal arts, and I'll give the manage of the state of Milan in the hands of
Antonio.
Antonio, my brother. ऐसा करता हूँ, आप मेरे को मैजिक पढ़ने का बहुत मन कर रहा है, तो ऐसा करता हूँ, मिलान अच्छा खासा चल रहा है, मैंने सब सेट कर दिया, सारे काम सब कुछ अच्छा है, maybe I can do something थोड़े दिन के लिए, I give the management and looking after of Milan to my brother, अपने भाई को बोल देता हूँ, उसको कह देता हूँ कि you look after Milan for some time, my brother, and भाई है मेरा, बहुत अच्छा भाई है, I love him like Miranda, उसको दे देता हूँ, उसको भी अच्छा लगेगा, you know, he'll be able to command and give orders, and in the meantime, maybe for 1 or 2 months, and I'll study magic. So I can take little leave. I can take little leave from my which duty? My primary duty, my very
Public.
important. From my the I can take leave from my public duty of being a duke for some time. I'll remain the duke. I can't resign. That would be wrong. I'll remain the duke. But who will be working actually on my behalf? My brother.
Antonio.
Antonio.
My brother will. And in the meantime, liberal arts पढ़ने का मन कर रहा है. Can I do that? So he says, ऐसा कर देता हूँ. And then he talked to Antonio, and he said, Antonio, can you help me? Can you please look after Milan for some time? And I want to study magic. I want to study liberal arts. I want to become better and better in it. That time he was not that good. He had just started studying, mind you. Okay, he had just started studying and he started enjoying that subject. It's like a subject, you know, which you start enjoying. Maybe you enjoy Hindi, maybe you enjoy maths. I'm sure you don't. I'm sure English, of course, will not come in that list, right? I have to work harder till you can start enjoying English and say no.
No, ma'am, it's already in the list.
It's already in the list. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am humble.
The best classes.
My God. I'm speechless. You all make it.
Ma'am, you deserve it actually.
You all make it.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
You all make it. It's with you all. What can I do alone? Tell me. What can I do alone? It's with you all. The way you bring pictures of this and that, and you know, the involvement together, and we all enjoy. You all do it. It's with you all that it can happen. I can do nothing alone, my dear. Thank you. Thank you for doing it together.
Welcome, ma'am.
Let's continue to do it together. So he said, I want to study more about which subject? Magical arts.
Liberal arts.
Liberal arts.
So he says, you in the meantime, please, on my behalf, attend this class. I am wanting to attend this class. So please, मेरी जगह attend कर लेना और notes ले लेना, है ना? And then, you know, maybe after some time, then I'll, it's something like, you know, at times, I don't know if you do that as children, we can at times do that.
लगा देना.
है ना? Yeah, something like that.
Yes, ma'am,
Yeah.
we do.
So he says that what did I do? all that I wanted to do at that time was study liberal arts. So I gave the government, the governance, the management, you have all these words there, management of Milan in the hands of my brother, whom I love.
Antonio.
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 Let's not forget, very special to Prospero, whom I loved as much as you, Miranda. I gave the work to him, and he accepted it, and he agreed. He says, "All right, brother, कर देंगे, क्या problem है? आप magic पढ़ो, कोई बात नहीं. I I look after the state." He must have been very happy. Monitor बनने को मिल रहा है आज. Keep quiet. I'll tell ma'am नहीं तो. Ma'am, I have been made the monitor by ma'am. I don't know if you remember this when you were in the younger classes, you know.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you be quiet, please. You go back to your place. You will not get up. I am the monitor today in this class. No, ma'am has told me. No.
Or I write the name on the board.
So you know it's okay. It becomes happy when you're being made the monitor for the first time. We all would be happy. Even I was happy when I was in school. You know, like you all are in Ingraham. I was also studying in Ingraham only. So he says that I cast the government on my brother's shoulder and Antonio, and he says, "हाँ भाई, क्यों फिक्र करते हैं? जाओ, आप जाओ, magic पढ़ लो थोड़े दिन, तब तक I'll enjoy." I mean, he must have said, "तब तक I'll enjoy." He must have not spoken. हाँ हाँ जाओ जाओ, मैं भी enjoy. It's not, you can't say, "Teacher, go go go, I'll be the monitor." You say, "Yes, ma'am. Don't worry, I'll be the monitor." Nothing. You know, it's something like that. But you can't do this yay in front of the teacher. So I hope this part is clear between Antonio and Prospero. The understanding, he looks after the governance,
Yes, ma'am.
and he will now be studying magic.
The name was of Prospero.
Tell me one thing. Is Prospero right
Yes, ma'am.
in doing this?
I think that he will definitely misuse the power.
Forget about Antonio. I'm talking about Prospero. I'm supposed to teach you English. And I say,
Yes.
my daughter, you go and teach. मेरे को ना भरतनाट्यम सीखना है and ऐसा है इंग्लिश की क्लास में ना you take.
Mummy, your voice is not coming.
Okay, I think I became a little soft at that time. Suppose it's me and I have to take English class with you, and I say that, hey, come here, my brother, my sister, and I say, you people take the English class. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
You know why you take the class? Because you know I have to learn Bharatnatyam. So can you take the English classes, please? कुछ नहीं, English ही तो पढ़ानी है. Please can you go and take the classes? I want to learn Bharatnatyam, please. Would it be right?
No, ma'am.
Prospero,
Prospero done wrong.
was it right of Prospero to do this?
No, ma'am, it's his duty.
It's his duty. It's his duty.
He can't give it to someone else.
Cannot give it to someone else. Maybe one day you can have a substitute teacher coming in the class and teaching. Okay, I'm sick for 3 days. You can have a substitute teacher. Maybe 3 days. But I am going away not because I'm sick, because I'm learning Bharatnatyam. What should I do? Either I should resign, give my English teacher heading to somebody else, take leave, apply to the principal, to the king. I won't be available.
Yes, ma'am.
Kindly grant me leave. I'm away for 3 months. I have to learn Bharatnatyam. So please find another English teacher. What would be the better way to do? More professional.
by
Prospero,
taking leave.
Prospero could have done what? He could have talked to the
We
king.
done wrong.
He could have talked to the, who was the higher authority? King
Alonso.
Alonso,
King.
King Alonso. He could have had a talk
Yes.
with King Alonso that, look, I've been a duke and I want some leave and I really have this desire to learn magic. So if you allow, then I remove my title of duke. अब देखो ना वो कह रहे हैं ड्यूक तो मैं ही रहूंगा. He could have said, no, I don't want to be the duke. You make my brother the duke, actual duke, for some time. And then I'll learn my magic. And then once I've learned it, I'll come back again. And if at that time you want me to be the duke again, I'll become the duke again. And then if Antonio says, okay, he can be done. Are you with me on this professional duty?
Yes, ma'am.
I hope you understood this part quite clearly.
Yes, ma'am.
We may admire him, all right. He is an admirable person, Prospero. But if you think of it again deeply, isn't he talking very casually that I said, I'll give the management in the hands of Antonio? I'll learn magic. Can one be so casual in a public duty? See, this is a duty, say, of a teacher towards you, public. So many of you, so many lives. As a duke, so many lives in whole of Milan. But this was a arrangement which he did, an inside arrangement. Are you clear on this? And the character and the good and the bad. Can we call him evil? You want to call
Yes,
him
ma'am.
that bad? You want to call him something evil?
No.
Maybe not that bad. We don't want to call him evil, maybe, but maybe
But
wrong,
he had done a mistake.
wrong. It's a wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Wrong towards whom? Two things. Wrong
Public
towards the king
The king.
and the public.
and the public. More importantly, his duty towards public. See, if as a teacher I do, maybe I may be wrong against the principal. That's one thing. But look at the duty which will go wrong for so many children. I should not be playing with the lives of the children. They have a right to know. Will it be this ma'am or will it be that ma'am? Not knowing what's happening. So you agree that he did do something wrong. क्या कहते हैं आपकी
Yes, ma'am.
अदालत? आपकी अदालत में
Yes, ma'am.
क्या कहते हैं? क्या जजमेंट देते हैं?
Done something wrong.
Jury members, respected jury members of 11A decide that Prospero did something wrong. Did do something wrong. He may be doing it for learning magic, but then that's a personal thing and he has a public duty to do. Either he should step down from the public duty. Respectfully give it to somebody else. Can he remain the Duke? Crown pen na to khud, and management somebody else. I'm not discussing Antonio at all just now, my dear children. Are you with me? I'm discussing Prospero's character.
Prospero.
So this is what he did. Prospero will not tell himself that I did something wrong. Has he said anywhere I did something wrong?
No, ma'am.
He did say
No,
my
ma'am.
brother perfidious.
No one except you.
Yes, Krishi, you are so right. This is our problem. We never look at all the mistakes that we may be doing. We're so quick to judge others. We never look at all the failings, all the drawbacks in ourselves. We may not be that evil as another person, but then, like Prospero, we learn here that Prospero, hello, you're telling us your story, and wait, what did you do? You mean to say you gave the management of the best state, Milan, into an inexperienced person? Class 12, board examination. 1 month left. And an inexperienced teacher to teach, because the experienced
Mm,
teacher is going away for Bharatanatyam. Not right. And that too without even telling the king. Otherwise, the king probably will find an experienced teacher. I hope you know I'm mixing the two examples and I hope you can make out. Yes, the king would have found an experienced teacher at least if the teacher who is going away would have said, I won't be there. But not this arrangement. No, not right. We need to be very careful in our life what we do. We have to be very careful about our duties. Our duties should be done with the utmost commitment. Do you agree? I,
Yes, ma'am.
how
yes,
come
ma'am.
how come we have Parth and Saksham so quiet? You don't agree? Danakshi and Saksham, where are your voices, Omakshi?
Ma'am, I am listening.
Oh my goodness. I also want to listen now. You speak. I have a right to hear also. Tell us something what you think about Prosper. You agree, you disagree. Let's hear your opinion. Anyone?
I think that in his views, he had not done something wrong, as he had trusted his brother very much. But in actually, he has done wrong.
Your decision, Hannah. It can be my decision. In my eyes, Hannah, you can always say it's very important about
Yes,
your view.
ma'am.
Your view here. Maybe somebody else may not agree with you, but आपकी अदालत क्या कहती है? What is if you were the judge, if you were the jury member, if you were the king, would you have found fault with Spirit?
No, ma'am. These are the views of Prospero. What he's thinking. I think that he has done wrong,
Rightly
but
said.
the king will also say.
Very true. Thank you, Kushi. That was so wonderful that he shared that yes, Prospero has been negligent of his primary duty. You get my words?
Yes, ma'am.
That goes for his
And ma'am,
character here.
mistakes are done by everyone.
Absolutely. We are not saying he is an evil person, and are we in a hurry to say even Antonio is an evil person? We just found that he was, ill-tempered, and did we call him
Yes,
evil?
ma'am.
We never called him evil even then, did we? We just coped up. We said, "चलो कोई बात नहीं है, ये हर चीज में झगड़ा करें, करने दो." Did we? No. Did we judge him? No. We were just trying to understand what kind of a character he has. Okay, he's abusing and he's doing all that, so fine. So that's not a thing that everybody commits mistakes, everybody goes through, but I think to understand your own mistakes is also important. So this is what we are trying to understand here about Prospero's character, that however whatever he may be good at, but I think yahan par thoda sa he was negligent of his primary duty. Right. Actually, let me take up one small thing here, which will clear everything for you forever. Each person has three roles. Three roles. Public duties. Suppose I'm a teacher. My public duty is teaching. I should be able to teach properly. You know, Go on. I should be very careful about it. Number two, another duty. I'm a mother. I'm a wife. I'm a chachi. I may be bua in my duties, personal duties. I should be careful.
Okay.
I should be also that. Third, third comes my personal hobbies, my personal whatever interests are. That's my life. I can do whatever I want to. I want to draw. I want to do this. Oh, good enough. I should be able to. I should be able to balance all three. I should be able to balance all three. I can't neglect one because of two. I cannot neglect two because of one. And which is the most
We
important
have to
is
maintain all.
a balance. That's why I shared. I said this is the secret of life. We have less than a minute today, and I know you're very tired in this session. So therefore, I'm not at all even going to even think of asking you, for another session. But could we meet tomorrow, and we can decide a time later in the WhatsApp group?
I'm very excited to know further.
But I think no, everybody must be tired, so I don't want to do that. We've
Yes,
already
sir.
been through two sessions, and then we need to come back fresh. So we'll talk about the time in our offline class in the WhatsApp group. Can we maybe meet tomorrow if you're willing?